I just watched the 5th episode of Serial Experiments Lane, and I have to say it's probably my favorite episode to date. The similar themes continue as they have in the previous 4 episodes. A lot about the wire, there's mention of the knights, a lot of ambiguous things, a lot of mysteries in this show, which I really love. It gives you just tiny bits of information, and it's sort of up to you, up to this point, to kind of piece together a meaning out of it. The episodes themselves almost feel self-contained, but they're like little vignette scenes. Often Lane, the protagonist, a young girl, um, is connecting or having hallucinations, both audio and visual. Um, there's 2 lanes. One is hinted at as this sort of outgoing self. There's another lane that is the lane that we have known, timid, shy girl. So there's this duality component of the self, and how the wired, or I'm just going to say internet because that was my interpretation of it, although I think it's broader than that in scope. Um, Thematically, it's a discussion of real life versus online life, which I find interesting, being fascinated by the cornerstone of technology and human experience, kind of human interaction with technology. I almost don't believe that Lane's sister is still alive. I think she was killed because Lane, or at least taken somewhere else through the wired, possibly to some other world. Because Lane looked where her proper sister was, not the kind of the sister in the red top. But when her sister gets home, I almost feel like the prophecy is for Lane to transport her sister to this other world, or even kill her sister. We're left in this cliffhanger situation where we realize Lane is almost self-aware of what's going on, even though, as a viewer, narratively, Lane seems kind of in the dark, like we are. But the last line of the episode is, so who will be today, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, I think. Who will be next? Something like that. Which is kind of an ominous sort of prophecy, should I say, in keeping line with the themes of the episode. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this anime. If you have any interest in sort of tech, and it's very 90s, which is very big right now, kind of Y2K, uh, dance clubs and drugs, and and the dawn of the internet as we kind of know it today, and sort of what that atmosphere, I suppose, was like, sort of the unknowing of what the internet would become, and is still becoming to this day. Uh, so far my interpretation of The Wired is it being like a very dark, sinister thing. It reminds me of like dark web or something. There are these hacker groups that are causing domestic terrorism, and there's all this stuff that's like has a really sinister quality to it. And Lane, the innocent, sweet Lane that we know, is being almost sucked into it. But Lane almost has like a schizophrenic, hallucinatory experience. But in this episode, we learn that's not brought about by the Wired. She's been having that since she was a little girl. They show scenes of her in her playroom where she's talking to various figureheads. There's like a tribal mask and a doll, and then both her parents are there. And Elaine is kind of just the right candidate to live in both of these worlds, I suppose. It's a dark show. It's a really dark show. But it's really well done. The animation style is beautiful. I love, like, I think it's like 90s style. It reminds me a bit of Evangelion. The animation style, at least. I don't know who the art director was in this. Even though I should know because it says it in the theme song of every episode. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to make a short video kind of documenting my thoughts, almost more, it's like a watch diary. So we'll see where it goes. I am really enjoying this anime right now, and I highly recommend it if you are into dark or kind of sinister things. Has, you know, I prickle at like comparing media to other media, but this definitely has like notes of Twin Peaks, but also kind of Satoshi Kon, Perfect Blue. I guess that's mostly the animation style though. Yeah, like Twin Peaks and Junji Ito, I suppose, would be like, but it's different. I don't know. I sound so like petulant. It's different. It is different. It has, I don't know. It's fascinating. There's all these little vignettes and weird hallucinatory. It's hard to piece together what's real and what's not real, or maybe it's all real and sort of put together a timeline. I'm not even sure that we're supposed to as a viewer, which I almost like more as an idea. And it leaves me with a lot of puzzles that may never get solved, and that's okay. It raises a lot of interesting questions and is very striking graphically and is quite unsettling as a piece of art, like a piece of media, and I can't really ask for more than that. So anyway, I'm just going to keep watching, enjoying it. Just wanted to share some thoughts.